Stefon Diggs has finally broken his silence after the shocking news that the New England Patriots are moving on from him after just one season, and the reaction from the star wide receiver has everyone talking. What was supposed to be a new chapter in New England has now turned into one of the most unexpected NFL stories of the year, leaving fans asking the same question. How did a superstar receiver go from being one of the Patriots' biggest signings to suddenly being released just 1 year later? The news began spreading rapidly when reports revealed that the Patriots planned to release Diggs at the start of the new league year. For many fans, the announcement came as a surprise. Diggs had been brought to New England with huge expectations. The team believed he could help transform their offense and become the veteran leader needed to support a young quarterback and a rebuilding roster. But now, that experiment is officially over. And when Diggs addressed the situation publicly, his message was short but emotional. He thanked the Patriots organization, his teammates, and the fans for what he described as a memorable year. In his message, Diggs made it clear that despite the sudden ending, he still felt grateful for the experience and the relationships he built during his time in New England. He described the season as intense, challenging, and meaningful, saying that the bond formed in the locker room would stay with him long after leaving the team. The tone of the message surprised many people because instead of frustration or anger, Diggs appeared calm and reflective. But behind that calm response is a complicated story filled with big expectations, big performances, financial decisions, and controversy. To understand how everything unfolded, it helps to go back to the moment Diggs first arrived in New England. When the Patriots signed Stefon Diggs, it immediately became one of the biggest headlines of the offseason. At the time, the Patriots were trying to rebuild their offense and create a new identity after several difficult seasons. The organization believed Diggs could be the key piece to that transformation. Diggs was already one of the most recognizable wide receivers in the NFL. His career had been defined by elite route running, explosive plays, and a competitive personality that made him both respected and controversial at times. For years, he had been one of the league's most productive receivers. He first rose to prominence with the Minnesota Vikings, where he became famous for one of the most unforgettable plays in NFL history, the Minneapolis Miracle. That last-second playoff touchdown instantly turned him into a national star and showed the entire league just how dangerous he could be. Later, Diggs took his career to another level with the Buffalo Bills. In Buffalo, he became the primary weapon for quarterback Josh Allen and one of the most consistent receivers in football. He led the entire NFL in receptions and receiving yards during the 2020 season and quickly became known as one of the most reliable playmakers in the league. But as time went on, tensions and changes within the Bills organization eventually led to Diggs moving on. His next stop was the Houston Texans, where he looked ready to start another productive chapter. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. During his time in Houston, Diggs suffered a devastating ACL injury that cut his season short. For many athletes, that kind of injury can change everything. Recovery can take months, sometimes even years, and there are always questions about whether a player can return to their previous level. That's where the Patriots stepped in. New England saw an opportunity. Despite the injury, the team believed Diggs still had elite talent and could bring experience and leadership to the locker room. They offered him a multi-year contract that showed real confidence in his ability to bounce back. For Diggs, the move represented both a challenge and a fresh start. He would be joining a team trying to rebuild its offense and prove it could compete again in a tough conference. The Patriots believed that pairing Diggs with their young quarterback could give the offense the spark it desperately needed. And when the 2025 season began, it quickly became clear that Diggs still had plenty of football left in him. Even after recovering from a serious knee injury, Diggs managed to put together an impressive season. He consistently made big catches, extended drives, and gave the Patriots a reliable deep threat. Week after week, he proved that his route running and football instincts remained elite. By the end of the season, Diggs had recorded more than 1,000 receiving yards and became one of the most important pieces of the Patriots' offense. Fans in New England quickly embraced him. Many people believed Diggs had become exactly what the team needed, a veteran leader who could deliver in crucial moments, and the excitement around the Patriots only grew when the team started winning games. Against expectations, the Patriots managed to build momentum and push their way into the playoffs. Diggs played a major role in that run, making key catches in critical moments and helping the offense stay aggressive under pressure. During the postseason, he continued to produce, adding important receptions and helping the team reach the biggest stage in football. The Patriots' surprising run to the Super Bowl became one of the most talked about stories of the season. But despite all the success on the field, trouble was quietly building behind the scenes. One of the biggest challenges involved Diggs' contract. The deal he signed with New England had been structured in a way that pushed a large portion of the salary into later seasons. That meant his financial impact on the team's salary cap was about to increase significantly. As the new league year approached, the Patriots found themselves facing a massive cap hit connected to Diggs' contract. For a team trying to build around young players and maintain flexibility, that financial pressure became a serious concern. Reports later revealed that the team attempted to restructure the contract. The idea was simple: adjust the financial terms so Diggs could remain with the team while reducing the immediate salary cap burden. But those negotiations didn't lead to an agreement. Diggs reportedly declined the restructuring proposal, which left the Patriots with a difficult decision to make. If they kept him on the roster, they would face a huge cap charge that could limit their ability to improve other parts of the team. If they released him, they would lose one of their most productive offensive weapons. In the end, the organization chose financial flexibility. But the financial situation wasn't the only reason Diggs' time in New England became complicated. Throughout the season, several off-field controversies kept his name in the headlines. One incident involved a viral video that circulated online, showing Diggs at a party on a yacht. The video sparked intense speculation and rumors across social media, even though the details of the situation were never fully confirmed. Still, the clip created a wave of attention that followed Diggs throughout the season. Later in the year, an even more serious situation emerged when Diggs faced legal accusations connected to an alleged altercation involving a personal chef. The case quickly became a major talking point in sports media. Diggs strongly denied the accusations and pleaded not guilty, maintaining that he would defend himself in court. But the legal process remains ongoing, and the situation added uncertainty to his future. For the Patriots organization, all of these factors combined to create a complicated environment. On the field, Diggs was producing. Off the field, there were questions and distractions. Financially, the contract was becoming difficult to manage. Eventually, the team decided it was time to move forward in a different direction. And that brings us back to Diggs' response. When he finally addressed the news publicly, he didn't criticize the team or complain about the decision. Instead, he focused on gratitude. He thanked the Patriots fans for supporting him during the season and said the relationships he built inside the locker room meant a lot to him. That message resonated with many fans. Some supporters expressed disappointment that the partnership ended so quickly. Others understood the financial realities of the NFL and believed the team had to make a difficult but necessary decision. Across social media, reactions poured in. Some fans praised Diggs for the professionalism he showed in his response. Others debated whether the Patriots made the right move. There were also many discussions about what comes next for the veteran receiver. Because despite everything that has happened, one thing is still clear: Stefon Diggs can still play. His 2025 season proved that he remains capable of producing at a high level. Even after recovering from a serious injury, he managed to reach the 1,000-yard mark and demonstrate that his route running, awareness, and competitive drive remain elite. That kind of production will certainly attract attention from teams looking for experienced receivers. Several organizations around the league could potentially benefit from adding a veteran like Diggs. Teams with young quarterbacks often look for reliable receivers who can run precise routes and make tough catches in critical moments. Diggs has spent his entire career doing exactly that. He has built a reputation for being a player who demands excellence from himself and the people around him. That intense competitive mentality has helped him become one of the most productive receivers of his generation. Over the course of his career, Diggs has accumulated thousands of receiving yards and dozens of touchdowns. He has appeared in multiple Pro Bowls and earned recognition as one of the best route runners in the game. And perhaps most importantly, he has proven that he can perform under pressure. From the Minneapolis Miracle to countless clutch catches throughout his career, Diggs has built a legacy of big moments. That's why his next move will be so fascinating to watch. Will a contender take a chance on him? Will he join a younger team that needs a veteran presence? Or could there be another surprising twist in his career? Right now, those questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain. Stefon Diggs has never been the type of player who fades quietly into the background. Throughout his career, he has remained one of the most talked about figures in football. His talent, personality, and passion for the game have made him impossible to ignore. And even now, after being released by the Patriots, the story of Stefon Diggs is far from finished. In fact, this moment might just be the beginning of the next chapter. Because in the NFL, careers are full of unexpected turns. Players change teams, new opportunities appear, and sometimes the most dramatic stories come when people least expect them. For Diggs, the future is wide open. He still has the talent to impact games, the experience to guide younger players, and the determination that has defined his career since the beginning. And wherever he goes next, fans across the league will be watching closely. Because when Stefon Diggs steps onto a football field, something exciting usually happens. And if history is any indication, the next chapter of his career might be just as dramatic as everything that came before it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.